name is Donald L. Dowridge Jr. I am the president of DLD Enterprises, what you see here. All right, determined to learn and develop, which has been in existence since 1992. I want to take this time to share with you. Let's see, we've been in existence since 1992. I want to take you back to 1990. I want to take you back to 1998. Why 1998? Because 1998 was the debut of 12 Ways to Positive Avenue. And I am the author. 12 Ways to Positive Avenue. Now, I said we're going to go back to 1998. Why 1998? We're in 2020. Believe it or not. 1998 to 2020. The lump sum of years that has passed, unfortunately, some of the same issues still exist today. And where we are currently at and what we are currently experiencing brings on the 12 Ways to Positive Avenue. In this 12 Ways, I'd like to talk to you about using the table of contents. I know I won't be able to get to all of it, but problems, challenges, win, the brick wall, gaining ground, the potential, desires, too good, the inner strength, the success, the DID, keys to your happiness, the 5 points, which is 11 D words. 11 D words. But before I go into the 12 Ways to Positive Avenue, allow me, I got to let you know that if you catch me drinking on camera, I will be drinking me some V8. All right? But I want to bring something to the forefront. All right? This is one of my pride and joys. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. But this one here is the pride. I bought this in 1996, I believe it is, in Atlanta, Georgia, from the Underground. And I've had this ever since. But I want to bring out the point that in the midst of the situation that we are currently experiencing, all right, understand, in the midst of it, carry yourself like an eagle. Notice, he has a fish here. All right? This fish is to feed its young ones. One thing about an eagle you must know, besides the 7 feet wingspan, is that an eagle will never touch down on anything that is dead. I'll say it again. The eagle will never touch down on anything that is D-E-A-D, dead on arrival. But the eagle will touch down on what is alive. A-L-I-V-E, alive. We need to, and we should, and I suggest that we, in the midst of it, should represent ourselves as this eagle and fly high and swoop down and get the food, the life that is alive. The eagle. I just wanted to bring that in. All right. This is my pride and joy. And it says the American eagle. All right. Sometimes when I'm having a bad day, believe it or not, and I walk by and I see this eagle sometimes give me the motivation I need to move forth. Because I'm going to be honest with you. As we all know, it can get rough out there sometimes. And when it gets rough out there sometimes, it takes no prisoners. Everybody, including me and you, are involved in this situation. But how do you come out of it? Well, I've been spending a lot of time away from television. television as we know it. And when I say television, I'm talking about what they're spewing out, what the commentators are saying about the situation. Enough is enough. And I know a lot of us, and I'm officially go on record and say, yes, I too is tired of this situation. It is what it is. But how do you continue to fly in a situation like this? Give me a second. I had to get some air going off in here. How do you fly in a situation like this? Well, in some of my YouTube viewing, I've been watching inspiring presentation videos. I've been watching documentaries. I've been watching shows and movies of history gone by and of today. But it's all inspiring and it's all motivational. It's all inspirational. And it all keeps me on my toes. And if you'd care to tune in, by all means, please, take some time to tune into YouTube and look at the many presentations that they have sitting there just waiting for your eyes, for your mind, for your ears. I showed you the eagle. And please understand, it states, eagle flies high. It is the king of all birds. It has a wingspan of 7 feet wide, full grown, when they're full grown. So it leads me to say the next thing is fly or die. And that's harsh, because nowadays, the society we live in, fly or die, somebody will be knocking at my door saying, we're getting ready to sue you because we don't like what you just said. How are you going to tell somebody to go die? Well, it's not so much of fly or die. It's so much of, alright, give a bird a fish and watch that fish feed his family. That's more like what I'm getting at. Please understand, I don't want anybody to die. But I do want you to fly. I say it again, I don't want you to die, but I want you to fly. I want you to recognize every day that you wake up, that's a new opportunity to fly. I'm juiced right now. And what comes to mind is, somebody gonna say, what is this man talking about? As soon as I say the word juice, the movie Juice come to mind. How many of you have seen the movie Juice with Tupac, Omar Epps, and my boy from, the name was just in my mind. Lean on Me, thank you. Alright? But please understand, alright? Kingdom people see solutions. They see solutions to every problem. Now is the time that we must start seeing solutions to this problem. So if we see solutions to this problem, then guess what? We can solve it. We can solve it together, and we can solve it in our own homes, with our children. So this is not a time that we think about throwing in the towel, giving up, or quitting. I mentioned earlier, prior to recognizing that I was not on camera, that the camera wasn't on, but about 20 feet from where I'm sitting at, straight ahead, is my front door. And on my front door, I can see a glimpse of light coming through that door. It's coming through that door, and what we all know is, I call it the pee hole. Please understand, forgive me, I ain't trying to be funny and whatnot, but, alright? So, if somebody come and knock quite naturally, I'm going to say, who is it? And on the outside of that door, the response is going to come, opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. Because I'm going to say, who? Who? Now I got a choice to say, get away from my door. Ain't nobody got time to play. Or I'll say to myself, let me go over here and see what this is all about. And when I open up that door, an opportunity presents itself. It's up to me. It's up to you to choose whether or not you're going to allow opportunity, oh man, whether or not you're going to allow opportunity to come in and change your life. And change your life for the good. Opportunity. Fly or die. Which one you choose. Alright? Opportunity. And lastly, before I get back to the vocal point of this presentation, 12 Ways to Positive Avenue, I'll say this. I was looking at a piece on George Washington Carver last night. And boy, did my eyeballs open. Did my pupils open. Knowledge is power. The only thing about it, though, you got to use it. Knowledge is power. The only thing about knowledge, you got to use it. George Washington Carver said, fear of something is at the root of hate for others. And hate within will eventually destroy the hater. He also said, if you take nothing and you apply it to nothing, the equation will be nothing. If you take nothing, apply it to nothing, the sum equation will be nothing. Alright? So that goes back to solution. How are you going to turn nothing into a solution? A positive solution. Now you might see me going like this and like this. Well, I got two cameras rolling at the minute. Alright? So I want to give you that. And much respect to all and much love to all, because we're going to get over this. We're going to get through this. Yes, we are. You better believe. Alright? So anyway, let me just go real quick if I can. Alright? On page 3, and by the way, you know, if you're interested in getting this book, alright, 12 Ways of Positive Avenue, please, alright, contact me. Let's talk about it. We got problems. Alright? P, which is pressure. Pressure equals stress. R, regress. That means regress, to go back, to relapse. I'm not doing it anymore. I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking. I stopped. But all of a sudden, guess what? You have a relapse and you walk right back through that door. And, you know, I'm only talking from experience, because I personally have said that I'm done, or I'm going to move on to another avenue to go forth, and guess what? I've had that relapse. And I ain't going to lie to you. I just mentioned the word hate. When I had the relapse, I had to actually get on my knees and ask for forgiveness not to go back on that road again. Because I know that road was destruction for me. So, to relapse. O, which we're all guilty of, obscenity. You know what that is? Profanity. Man, I mean, I've been in some circles, and these are not adults. These are teenagers. Forget about teenagers. I've been in some situations where children, not even 10 years old yet, they'll curse you out in a heartbeat. Profanity. Baffled. That's the B in the word problem. What is baffled? That's when you're frustrated, you're fed up, you're not going to take it anymore. You want to lash out at someone. Or even when you're looking at the mirror of yourself, and something you might have done or forgot. Now you become frustrated at yourself. You become baffled at yourself. A loafer. That's the L word. That's the L word. Well, let me try this. That's the L. There you go. That's the L word. Loafer. Alright? What's another word for loafer? W-A-S-T-E. And the people that I'm talking to right now, you are far from being a waste. But a loafer is in a slouch mood. A loafer takes their time. A loafer assumes they got forever. But forever can end in 1 second. Alright? Edgy. That's the E. Restless. Unhappiness. Misery. M. Misery. We all been there. We all been unhappy. But if you got joy, joy dominates the unhappiness within us. And we all been sad. And we all had our depression moments. Well, in the midst of being depressed, you can take that depress and move it around a few and then come up with impress. Be impressing. Be an impression to someone lacking hope. Jesse Jackson used to say, down with dope, up with hope. Well, be an impression. Be an impression to someone. Challenges. You know the problems? Let's go to the challenges. Now, the way I wrote challenges in the book, just to show you, alright, you'll see. Alright? Challenges is going upward, like a stairwell. Going up. Let me see here. Going upward like a stairwell. Alright? So, I'm going to start at the bottom and run real quick up the stairwell. Are y'all ready to run the stairwell with me? Alright, how many of y'all have had your exercise today? Alright? Well, we're going to start on the bottom and we're going to run it all the way up to the top. Alright? Get your gear. Alright? And I got my thirst quencher right here. So when I get to the top of the hill, I can go ahead and get me a drink in. Here we go. Alright? C. Courageously. That means bold. I was watching a piece on Eddie Murphy, documentary on Eddie Murphy, and one of the words that they use for Eddie is bold. They spoke on Friday Night Live. When Eddie joined the cast in 1981, alright, you know what they did? They fired the whole cast except for Eddie Murphy and Joe Piscopo. They said they had never seen anyone so courageous and so bold such as Eddie Murphy. And not only that, to be so young and to be so hungry. So how many of you all in the midst of this situation is bold and you're courageous enough to step out and invent, to reinvent? Because in each one of us there's greatness.